3 weeks ago, I went hiking in Black Hollow Forest. It's a few hours outside of town, dense, overgrown, and rarely traveled. Not since the disappearances. I wasn't planning on staying past sunset. I'm not stupid. I've done solo hikes before, had all my gear, flashlight, food, knife, backup phone battery. I figured I'd be back at the car by dusk. But then I saw this tree, this massive twisted thing that looked like it had been struck by lightning a dozen times. I stepped off the path just a few feet to get a better photo. I swear it was only for a second. When I turned around, the trail was gone. I spun in place. Nothing but trees, no markings, no dirt path, no footprints, just forest. I stayed calm. I'd been in situations like this before. I marked some trees earlier with red string just in case something like this happened. I followed the string, retracing my steps carefully. Then, 20 minutes later, I saw the same tree again. The same exact one. Same broken branch. Same mossy bark. Same red string. I had walked in a circle, and that's when I heard it. It was subtle at first. Just the sound of leaves crunching underfoot, maybe 50 feet behind me. I froze. The sound stopped. I started walking again. It started again. Stop. Silence. I turned off my flashlight to listen better. That was my first mistake. Suddenly something sprinted past me, so fast it barely made a sound, but I felt the wind, the vibration. My breath caught in my throat. It circled me once, then twice. I couldn't see anything. Just the dark and my own panic echoing in my ears. I turned the flashlight back on and whipped it around. Trees, just trees. Then something whispered in my ear. I don't know what it said. It was too fast, too quiet, but it was close, right up against my head. I ran. I didn't care about the direction anymore. I just ran, and that's when I saw it. Between two trees, maybe 30 feet ahead, something was standing there, tall, gaunt, too tall. Its arms hung past its knees, and its skin, or whatever it had, looked stretched, dry, like it had been wrapped too tightly over bone. Its head twitched, like a corrupted video, jerking too fast between angles. I blinked, and it was closer. I blinked again, and it was even closer. I didn't wait for a third blink. I turned and ran until my chest was burning and my legs nearly gave out. Branches ripped at my arms and face. I tripped twice, nearly fell into a ditch. And through it all, I could hear it, moving just fast enough to stay behind me, never catching up, just following, herding me. That's when I saw the cabin. It looked abandoned, collapsing roof, missing planks, the whole thing barely standing, but it had 4 walls and a door. I dove inside and slammed the door shut behind me. Darkness swallowed the room. I held my breath and waited. Then I heard it. Slow, deliberate footsteps circling the outside of the cabin. No rush, no growls. Just heavy, dragging steps, like it was thinking. There were no windows, just a jagged hole in the roof that let in a single pale beam of moonlight. That's when I saw it. An arm, long and thin, reaching under the doorframe. It didn't try to open it. It just slid its fingers across the floorboards, back and forth, and then it knocked 3 times. Slow, steady, hollow, then silence. Something about the knock, something in the rhythm made my stomach turn. It felt wrong, like it wasn't a demand, like it was a countdown. I didn't wait for the next round. I burst through the back door and sprinted again, branches whipping my face, lungs on fire. I didn't even care anymore. I'd run until I collapsed. And then, somehow, I saw a red string on a tree. Mine. From earlier. I'd made it back to the trail. I ran until I hit the road, my car sitting there like a beacon. I collapsed beside it, gasping, trembling. When I looked back at the forest, there was nothing there. I didn't tell anyone. Who would believe me? But that night, back in my apartment, as I was lying in bed, I heard it again. 3 knocks, not on the front door, not on the window, but from inside my bedroom wall. I bolted up, heart hammering, silence. I didn't sleep. The next morning, I went outside. Behind my building, in the alley, tied to a chain link fence, was a piece of red string.